Pulse TV, and today we are having a special interview geared towards improving productivity for SMEs in Ghana. This is because generally our economy is dependent on SMEs. About 80% of our business ecosystem is made up of SMEs, and they employ over 75% of our workforce. So it's very important. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Essien, who is director of Tigo Business, and he has a lot of experience when it comes to dealing with SMEs. So you share a few tips on how we can be productive and propel the economy to the next level. Mr. Essien, welcome.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
We hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing pretty well. Very, very wonderful this morning. Happy to meet you this morning.
Same here, same here. Our SMEs are very important to us.
Right.
I'm sure they are to you as well,
Exactly.
especially Tigo Business, who deal directly with them.
Right.
What is your relationship with SMEs, especially in Ghana?
Well, leading Tigo Business, as you rightly said, director for Tigo Business, most of my customers are SME, and point of correction, we are 90% from the base of companies in Ghana. So I interact with them every day. I've been speaking on a few seminars and guiding few companies on how to increase their productivity, how to focus on establishing themselves very well in Ghana as a good SME company. So when you talk about SME, I think I have a ground in there very well.
I'm sure your educational background as well, your training also.
So, I mean, yes, I have an MBA in leading innovation and change. So getting companies to change, getting companies to implement innovative services and products is my bedrock.
Okay. How would you describe SMEs in the Ghanaian context?
SME is basically any company that forms 2 to 50 employees.
Okay.
SME, and we have SMEs spanning from so many industries. The banking industry, we have the microfinance, we have the ICT, advertising companies, radio station, ISPs. When it comes to the food industry, loads of companies as well, Cocoa King and Co. All of them falls under SME in Ghana.
So from 2 to about 50,
yes.
That you can have startups in
Exactly.
that category, people who've run their business for some time,
Exactly.
profitable and all
Exactly.
of that across all sectors.
Exactly.
That
Right.
is huge.
Right.
Okay. And in dealing with them, what are the key challenges you find that is confronting their business, either self-induced or because of our business climate or so?
Dealing with SMEs for the past 6 to 7 years, 3 major things come to play. The first one is how to put themselves out, how to showcase themselves to the world, how to let the entire world know about them. The second one would be productivity. How to measure productivity. It's key to measure productivity in the sense that that's what will help you propel. That's what you get to know that I'm at this level, the next week I need to be at this level. And the last one will be customer experience. We don't take our customers serious in that segment or that sector. We don't really pay attention to the needs or to the wants of our customers. We just feel we're doing business and we sell to them. Customer experience is also a big worry in that area.
Okay, so if we are to take each challenge, as you've mentioned, one after the other to elaborate it and illustrate it properly, and you're saying they fail to showcase themselves. What exactly are we talking about? Are we talking about marketing? Are we talking about branding?
Marketing, branding is critical as well. I can tell you that if you pick all the companies in Ghana, SME companies in Ghana, it's just a few that you see having websites or even having presence in social media, which is the cheapest and most affordable way of showcasing yourself to the world. People don't even have direct contact phones to them. It's a personal cell phone. When they are off, they're off. When they're sleeping. They don't have a business line. These are things you need to do as SME to make sure you are professional, you look professional to the world. Because if you compare SME in Ghana to somebody like an SME company in abroad, we should have the same level.
Okay.
They have websites, they have contact people who pick up a phone and professionally deal with you on the phone.
Is it perhaps because they may not be seeing a direct correlation between doing those, getting a website, getting a digital marketing strategy, branding strategy, they didn't see the link between those and perhaps the bottom line?
They don't. It's very difficult to measure the branding, the marketing to bottom line. I mean, you need to pay attention to it, because when you spend so much time to publicize yourself, you get what we call the brand affinity, the brand equity, and those things translate to the bottom line. End of the day, because if more customers get to know you, you sell. A young person I've known has been SME person with 2 people, puts herself on social media, Instagram, and she sells across Ghana right now. She's only in Accra. It's a virtual office. So when we put ourselves out there and people get to know us, people will do business with us. People will call you from everywhere. And very soon, same person is transferring things to Togo and Nigeria, a Ghanaian.
All through social media?
All through social media. Her main page is on Instagram. This is what we need to take advantage of. The SMEs need to take advantage.
Could it also be because the business owners today are of a different generation, and so once you have the younger generation having strong links and affinity to social media, the older generation perhaps may not understand.
Exactly. One key thing I learned when I was doing my MBA in innovation says that you need to stay relevant. So the world is moving, you need to catch up. So SMEs must stay relevant. The old time, say when we have billboards or we have signposts right in front of our shop with a phone number, doesn't work again. And so what can you do to catch up?
So when we talk about measuring productivity, as you mentioned, as one of the challenges with SMEs in Ghana, how periodic are we talking about? Is it 1 week? Is it every month? Because almost every business knows exactly where they want to get to.
Exactly.
So how periodic should the measuring
be? I would say it depends on the industry, it depends on the company, but productivity must be measured in some cases on a daily basis.
Daily basis? In
some cases, I've worked somewhere before where every day, during the day, your boss will call you and ask you, where are you with your figures? To make sure you have an eye on it, at least every Monday morning, every Tuesday or Wednesday morning, you need to meet the team and ask, where's your pipelines? The things you want to sell, especially if it's a selling area, you need to find out what's the pipeline. How many companies are you visiting? Your visits must be calculated. In my unit, I check the number of visits you do in a week. I check the number of sales you have. I check the number of leads you have. I check the number of pipelines you have. You need to have a buffer of them before you can sell to them. So we need to have focus every time.
There have been some instances where employees have complained that the checks are too frequent, that they don't have enough time to cultivate big enough clients. Do you buy that? Or is just an excuse?
It's just a big excuse. Really? It's all about planning.
Whichever way you need to measure exactly
with time.
So you measure, you find out that you're not doing so well. Then
you get to a point in time you need to drop that company and move on, because you can't follow one company forever. You need to drop that company.
In the general sense of things, if we are checking our productivity and we find out that it's not working, we are not meeting our targets, what does an SME do in that?
You need to either change your strategy or change your people.
The final thing, which breaks my heart actually to keep mentioning, is customer service, especially in the context of Ghana, where we've talked about it over and over again. Are we improving or are we retrogressing in that?
I wouldn't want to beat the companies too much here. I think we're doing pretty well. We're moving up. Another big one is that the customers are also growing. We have the situation where people are returning we have lots of returnees in Ghana. They've tasted European customer service, they've tasted American customer service. So when they come here, they demand for it. And I think it's good for us. We're growing, I have to be honest with you, but at the pace where we're growing, the customers is growing faster than us. So that's the reason why we still have issues. In Tigo, for instance, we're meeting customers on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, Snapchat. We're even doing customer service there, but still customers are not excited. Compared to 5 years ago, it was just only the call center, and I sell some few stores around Ghana. Customer service in Ghana is growing, but the pace or the speed is slow.
Wouldn't it be unfair to compare customer service in other countries to Ghana, especially when they don't have to deal with the structural challenges that we have? Talk about electricity, for example. That shifts your timeline to whatever. Your cost skyrockets. You can spend on some things that you would have done to pamper your customer, for example. So there are those structural challenges. Wouldn't it be unfair to compare customer service elsewhere to what SMEs in Ghana are doing?
I do agree, but definition for a customer across the world is the same. So as a customer, they demand the best. And trust me, if you sit in most of boardrooms in Ghana, they will tell you that they are building a world-class customer service. I've not heard anybody to say that I'm building an African class customer service. So although we have challenges, trust me, the same challenges some people face in other parts of the world, but they try to give their customers the best. So we also need to yearn and do our best.
Let's talk about growth strategy. And we call these SMEs the backbone of our economy, because should they scale up, should they grow to be from large businesses.
Yeah.
There's about 90%, as you said,
Yeah.
of our business ecosystem
Yeah.
growing, and then our economy also grows. What fundamentally should be the strategy for every SME or any SME in terms of scaling up?
I'll give you the big buckets. First is support from the government. If I know that you are supposed to help me, I need to help you. Support system, give them credit facility, guide them. And the next one will be education. Let's expose them. Let them know what is in for them. Somebody in Abosokai thinks that I'm just doing this for me and my family. He or she doesn't know the impact his job has on the country. So we need to educate them and give them support. These are the two big blocks I think will help SMEs grow in Ghana.
Okay. Finally, let's talk about Tigo Business.
Yes.
The competition is huge and it's keen. I mean, all your competitors have a business side to things,
yeah.
And then you are there as well. What is Tigo Business all about? What's the brand about, and then the kinds of services and solutions there?
So Tigo Business, we're positioning ourselves to be there for our customers, both corporate, SME, and SOHOs, small office, home office. And the whole idea is to give them solution. We want to give them total telecom solution. So we have packages for our customers. We have mobile services, we have the advanced services or value-added services, we have fixed services, and the last one is ICT, which is data center services as well.
Mr. Essien, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for having you. All right then, sure. All the best.